Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today, we're going to be going over my Week 3 UFL predictions. So last week, I had a record of 3-1, and that brings my record on season to 5-3. Kicking things off this week with the games we have on Saturday, beginning with the Defenders at the Renegades. So this is a rematch of the XFL Championship game from last season, but neither team has played like a championship contender to start the season. The Defenders, they're 1-1 coming in off their first win of the season, where they beat the Roughnecks, and the Renegades are 0-2, but they played well offensively last week in the loss to the Battlehawks. Now, the Renegades, as I said, they have been playing well offensively. They're coming off a game where they put 24 points, but it's been the Renegades' defense that has been their weakness so far, as they've allowed 27 points in back-to-back games, which is by far worse in the league. For the Defenders, their offense hasn't been great, but they looked better as the game progressed last week, and they're looking to carry that momentum into this week. This is a game that could go either way, but the Renegades really need to avoid going 0-3, because if they do, it will crush their playoff hopes. But this is a tough game to predict. I think this game could come down to quarterback play, and both teams have good quarterbacks. Luis Perez for Arlington and Jordan Ta'amu for the Defenders. Both quarterbacks have been good to start the season, and are very, very similar statistically, as both have thrown for a little over 400 yards, 2 touchdowns, and either 1 or 2 picks. But I'm going to take Jordan Ta'amu to have a good game. I think Luis Perez will play well as well, but I'm going to take Ta'amu to play well and lead the Defenders to victory against a Renegades defense that has struggled to start the season. So I'll take the Defenders in a close one, 24-19. Moving on, we have the Showboats at the Stallions. So we will have a live watch party for this game that will start at about 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, so I hope to see you guys there. And be sure to subscribe and turn notifications so you don't miss our live stream. But this is the home opener for the Stallions. They're 2-0. Both games played on the road so far, and they should be even better as they're home for the first time this season. But this is a really tough game to predict. Defensively, both teams have been great to start the season. The Stallions, they allow 13.5 points a game, and the Showboats allow 16 points a game. Then offensively, both teams are good, but they have different ways of scoring. The Showboats, they've relied more on the passing game, while the Stallions have run the ball more effectively and really lean on that run game because they don't have a true starting quarterback. Now, we do have some news regarding the quarterback position for the Stallions. They have listed Adrian Martinez as the team's starting quarterback for the first time this season because it had been Matt Corral for the previous 2 weeks. Now, both quarterbacks saw playing time each of the past 2 weeks. I would expect that trend to continue despite who's listed as the starter. I still think we'll see both quarterbacks see playing time. Now, the key to this game for the Showboats is to stop the Stallions' run game, which is averaging 172 yards per game. And the Showboats, they need to force the Stallions to become a pass-first team in this game because their pass game is second worst in the UFL as they throw for just 183.5 yards per game. And a big part of that is neither quarterback is able to get into a rhythm because of the 2 quarterback system. Now, I think the Showboats can slow down the Stallions' run game, as the Showboats have the best rush defense in the league, allowing just 39.5 rushing yards a game. And this is a game that can definitely go either way. The Stallions, they're home. I'm going to take them to win their home opener. I think their defense will come up big with some big stops throughout the course of the game. And the Stallions remain undefeated in a close one, 20-16. Moving to the games we have on Sunday, beginning with the Roughnecks at the Panthers. So there's a chance we see 2 new quarterbacks in this game. The Roughnecks, they will definitely have a new starting quarterback, as their starter, Jarrett Guantanamo, is out with a rib injury, so backup Reed Sinnott will be their starter. And for the Panthers, their starting quarterback, E.J. Perry, is dealing with an ankle injury and hasn't practiced this week. So there's also a chance that they have a new quarterback, and that would be the former Packers third-string quarterback, Danny Etling. Now, offensively, I would expect both teams to try to run the football for 2 reasons. 1, potentially new quarterbacks. And 2, both teams have good rushing offenses. The Panthers, they run for about 80 yards per game, which is 3rd best in the league. And the Roughnecks, they've struggled to run the football, but they should get a huge boost on the ground as star running back Mark Thompson, who has missed the first 2 games with a knee sprain, he is likely about to make his season debut this week, and that will greatly help a Roughnecks offense that has lacked a run game to start the year. Now, I think this game will be won on the defensive side of the ball. The Roughnecks, they're allowing 20.5 points a game, and the Panthers are allowing 18 points a game. Now, aside from points a game, and 18 points a game for the Panthers is still pretty good defensively, but they've done that against the top two offenses in the league so far. The Battlehawks were held to 18, and they held the Stallions to 20. So I think the Panthers have the better defense here, and this game will come down to defense and run game. I've got the Panthers with the win, and they improve in a lower scoring game, 17-13, and they pick up the win, improving to 2-1 on the season. And our final game, we have the Brahmas hosting the Battlehawks. So this is the game of the week. This should be a really good game. The Battlehawks, they're 1-1 after beating the Renegades last week, and the Brahmas are 2-0 after an insane comeback win over the Showboats last week. Both teams possess great offenses and should make this game really entertaining. The Battlehawks, they score 21.5 points a game, which is third best in the league, and they pass for 216 yards per game, which is second only behind the Brahmas. For the Brahmas, they score 23.5 points a game, which is tied for best in the league with the Stallions. They throw for 234 yards per game, which is best in the UFL. Now, a big reason why both teams' offenses are so good is both teams have gotten exceptional quarterback play so far this season. As for the Battlehawks, AJ McCarron has thrown for 464 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no picks. And for the Brahmas, Chase Garbers has thrown 443 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Moving to the defensive side of the ball, the Brahmas are the better team, allowing 15.5 points a game, as opposed to the Battlehawks allowing 21 points a game. But I think this is a game that could definitely go either way. This is going to be a really good game, really tough to predict. I'm going to take the Battlehawks to win a thriller and hand the Brahmas their first loss of the season. Battlehawks win 28-25. But those are my Week 3 UFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my predictions, disagree, and why. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, make sure to check out the community tab of my channel, where you guys can vote on who you think will win this week's games. But thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn notifications. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.